Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw. I'm here at Rubens at the Palace with the general manager, Malcolm Hendry. We're going to talk a little bit about this wonderful hotel in London, and this is Insider Travel Report. Now, Malcolm, I have stayed here, but not quite for quite some time, and you've done some new renovations. But let's talk a little bit about first the history of Rubens at the Palace and how it came to be.
Oh, we got a deep history, James. Really started life as an outhouse service in the original house that was actually the base for Buckingham Palace, and then as time sort of grew and the house itself and Buckingham Palace became, as you see, it is across the road now.
We have the Royal Mews right across the street. Yeah.
Just across, and I think the carriages are coming out any minute now. Really, a hotel for over 100 years now. 1912 is our inception year, and continue to go from strength to strength.
Now, how many rooms is it?
We've got 161 bedrooms and suites.
Okay. Now, we're here standing actually in the Leopard Bar, which is kind of one of your famous bars, and it's famous within the Red Carnation family as well, because there are a few other properties that do have Leopard Bars, but this is, I don't know if it's the only one in London, I believe, or it's pretty close, right?
Yeah, we have another Leopard Bar across the Montague Hotel in Bloomsbury.
I remember that. I always forget that one. Yeah.
But this is the one that concentrates a little bit more on the jazz element of it. We're a late night bar, so we're open right until 1 o'clock in the morning. The newest of the three bars I have here in Buckingham Palace Road, open from 5 in the evening, and really a great place to come for 200 whiskies, 30 champagnes by the glass, and some great jazz between 7 and midnight every day.
Yeah, no, and it's completely renovated. It's also larger than it was now, right?
Larger, yeah. We've had the Leopard Bar for a few years now. Up until now, half the size, and a few months ago, it doubled in size, and we were able to introduce a bit more space, and obviously with the larger area, bring a little bit more of a live music to the previously recorded music we played.
And then you have a lot of other dining and bar outlets as well, and let's talk a little bit about those. You have the Grill, which is actually a really fabulous restaurant that we experienced the other day that I had not experienced before, but it is a really fine dining at its best.
Yeah, it's the English Grill. Is one of three of the restaurants we have, and it's really like a step back in time. You know, if you imagine yourself in the yesteryear with the trolleys and tailcoat waiting staff, you know, white glove service, cloche service, incredible silver chandeliers, Murano chandeliers coming from the ceiling, classic grill type food, phenomenally grilled fish, great classics, pies, you know, chicken pot pie, shepherd's pie. We do a fabulous Dover sole, some great grills coming from a Josper grill from the kitchen. Everything in an open windowed kitchen. You can see what the chef's doing. You can watch it. Quite a spectacle. Really is theatre at its best.
Yeah. Well, I think I had the grilled pork belly, which I never had before, but I figure I'd give it a try, which is carved at the station in front of you, right?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, we have a different roast every day, and chef likes to mix around. I know the pork belly. He's a big fan of it. Did you have the crackling, I hope?
Yes, I did.
Kind of a bit of pork without a bit of crackling. But, you know, it's beef Wellington one day, rib of beef the next, salmon en croûte. You really sort of just mix through the English classics that you expect from a roast trolley.
Yeah. Now, and then you also have another restaurant that's part of the complex, really, the B Bar, right?
Yeah, I've got B Bar. B Bar's it's a more of a sort of bistro type style, a little bit of South African influence that we adopted from our South African hotels, mixing, you know, your classics of you know, great sandwiches, fish and chips, some fantastic salads with, you know, one or two influences from Africa, whether it be kudu ostrich, the likes of babuti. We have a twist on a traditional South African booty and a spring roll with Mrs. Ball's chutney dip. It's just a nice fun place to go eat. It's got some fantastic cocktails and a great wine list in there, so it's a good fun place to be.
And then you also have the New York Bar, which is we were in last night, and really very nice, very pleasant, right outside the English Grill, right?
Yeah, it's a great place to start or end your evening, to be honest. Great cocktails, some great experiences, gin experiences, whiskey experiences they do there. They have some unbelievably outstandingly visual cocktails, and it's a great place just to have some drinks and some snacks that we do, from cheese toast to cheese fingers, egg dip. You can sit there all night, you can drink and snack. They serve light fare, or a pre-drink before dinner in the grill, or a curry room downstairs, or a post-drink when you've been out and about enjoying the London nightlife and you can't quite go to bed.
And then a little earlier in the day, you got a great place to have tea, right?
Great place, yeah. The only place in London that you can enjoy a full traditional afternoon tea overlooking Buckingham Palace, really down straight into the Royal Mews. Great place. Every single seat in that lounge looks out at the incredible glass facade, and you can really be entertained on a day seeing what comes in and out of Buckingham Palace. Really quite a spectacle. It's quite a spectacle on pageantry day as well. Anything happening at the Palace, at Westminster, usually see a bit of action. So it complements a really traditional, full, great standard afternoon tea.
Now, and the other thing I would like you to talk about is a little bit about the accommodations. You have all your rooms here, and they're very uniquely. I mean, the room I have has a huge portrait of Queen Elizabeth in it, as well as other things, and it's a very English decor, right?
Yeah, we've got 161 bedrooms and suites, and all individually appointed. We've been through a full refurbishment in the last sort of 2 years, so everything has been touched and redone and brought up to incredibly high standard. We introduce a few additional. We've always had royally themed rooms, one of the rooms that you're talking about there, and we've introduced a few more into a private royal wing. Again, all overlooking the Buckingham Palace, and if you really got that bit of interest in the history and the royalty, it's a great location to be at, obviously, but it takes it one step further if you can actually stay in a themed sort of room around the palace. And of course, if it's not for you, then we've got 140 other types of very impressive rooms and suites, all catering for every single colour scheme, design preference you have. We usually do a good job of finding the right fit for the right person.
Well, I remember I stayed here last day. It was a very lovely room, but I didn't have a portrait of Queen Elizabeth in it, but that was good. So I can immerse myself in the royals here, right?
You certainly can, but we'll always have a royal portrait for your good self.
Thank you. And then lastly, I wanted to talk to you about sort of your hotel within a hotel, because you also oversee 41, which is kind of a boutique hotel, several floors, not within this building, but I guess the adjacent building, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're part of the building. If you look at the runs all the way down from the edge of Buckingham Palace Road, all the way down to the Buckingham Palace main building itself, and the Rubens here shares that building with 41 next to it on the left and B Bar in the corner. So if you look at in between B Bar and in between the Rubens, you get 41. It's a small 28-bedroom boutique hotel, 28 bedrooms and suites. The only one, quite unique in Red Carnation land, that it's the only hotel that we have is one colour scheme throughout, which is black and white and rich dark mahogany. And it's also a private hotel, so you can't just come in for a glass of wine or a salad or anything. You've got to be a resident of the hotel, you've got to be a guest of a resident. And it's at the very top left-hand side of the building that runs all the way down to the palace. And very high level of staff and managers to guests. It is a Forbes 5-star hotel, one of 9 in the UK. And we're very proud of the very, very service-orientated nature that we go about looking after guests. It's a high level of service. We've got a lot of our staff and managers that have been with us for quite a few years that really know that kind of style of service. And it's a very much sort of clubby feel around it, and it's a great place to stay.
What is the difference, you'd say, the guests that would stay at 41 versus Rubens?
I mean, it's always difficult to say. You've also got a little bit. It's a little bit more expensive to stay in 41 by nature of it being that 5-star Forbes standard, and where we are, the luxury side of the offering is just a little bit more of a level than Rubens is right now.
Well, you're only 20 bedrooms and all that staff. It's amazing.
Yeah. So you're looking for a little bit more of a less busy environment, a little bit more of a quieter, more sort of a quieter, more sedate hotel stay.
And I know, having been in the sort of main room, where you have breakfast and there's a pantry and all kinds of things, it is very much an intimate boutique atmosphere. Is there anything else you'd like to tell travel agents about Rubens at the Palace or 41?
I would just say that we sort of touched a little bit on the 3 restaurants. I wouldn't forgive myself. I didn't talk about our phenomenal curry room downstairs, which is our 35-seater Indian style restaurant, and we.
You hid that from me. I didn't. I should have tried that out. I didn't try that.
I'm trying to get you to another night. You might try it tonight. Okay. It's a completely different offering to that of the English Grill, to that of B-Bar. So it really gives our guests, again, something very different to B-Bar and the Grill. It's a curry room, as it says. It's some incredible curries from a sensationally flavoured beef vindaloo that I never get tired of explaining. It isn't quite that fire pit that you associate with the vindaloo, to the unbelievably flavoursome butter chicken that is our staple down there. And we take a little bit of influence from our Oyster Box Hotel and the chef there that's one of the top Indian South African chefs in the country, who came across and helped us open it up. And it's loved by many of our guests. It's loved by many of our non-residents that enjoy it as well. It's a really, really good curry to enjoy.
Well, Malcolm, thank you very much for filling us in on all that's going on at Rubens at the Palace. It sounds like I have more dining to do here. The next time, we'll see what happens. At the Leopard Bar, the newly refurbished Leopard Bar that we're in now, is amazing. I tried some of the scotches the other night, but your English Grill is really a superb dining outlet. So congratulations on this renovation of the property, and we'll look forward to more to come at the Rubens.
Thank you very much. It's been good talking to you.
I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.